Hey, I'm going to show you how to piece together a windmill or spin wheel. They're called different things, but it's real easy. I'll show you. First, you cut out your triangles and whatever size you want. This, I had a little quilting template that I used that I got out of a book. And you put together some contrasting colors. You want four of your triangles to be the same. And then the other four, they can either be the same or contrasting colors. Okay, I have them ready to sew. And make sure you have either your contrasting color all going in the same direction and on top, or your actual spin wheel on top, but all in the same direction, like that. Okay? Alright. And then you just seam along your seam allowance here. I am through sewing all these together. And let me show you a little trick that I do. Instead of sewing one and then cutting, I just sew along here and I pull. So like here, I'm just saying I'm going to do these right here. I'm going to stitch this right here. I sew it, and then as I'm sewing it, I just pull. I don't cut. Then I come along here and I do my next set, come along here and pull. Then when you're all through, see they're all attached, I didn't have to stop and cut through here and separate it. Now just take your fingers and finger press like you're pressing a piece of paper, like a letter, and you just press each one, and then come along and trim off these little edges here. Just cut that off right there. See how I trimmed off the edge? You see the little edge right there? And don't worry about that right there. I use every bit of fabric. I use that as the same allowance. But just trim off those edges. Okay, now for the easy part. And that's why I'm calling it easy. It's really not that hard to do. Alright, we've got our 4 squares together, and we made sure that our main pinwheel, windmill, was going in the same direction when we sewed them together. Now we have it like this. Make sure that your pinwheel is going to around like this, that each point is pointing together. Alright, so basically you could say it's going to the bottom of each one as you're going around in a circle. But now what we're going to do is the top part we're going to flip over and sew these two together, just like that. We're going to flip it over and sew these two together, and make sure that you match up these seams, because that really makes a difference in the appearance of your pinwheel. Match up your seams here. I seamed my top part together and pressed it open, and now I'm going to put the bottom one together. And I just turn it over, and I will seam, I will seam down this side here. I did that and finger pressed my seam allowance, and now it's pretty obvious what we're going to do next. We're just going to flip this over, and this is the most important part right here, is making sure all 4 of those seams are matching up, which isn't hard. You just take the 2 sides and you match up the contrasting sides together, and just make sure that middle seam is completely together, and it's good to pin this. I want to tell you what I do is when I go across that middle seam that I had matched up the the two seams together. When I come across here, I just go in reverse and come back, and that just really holds that middle really well, and that's just a preference that I do. Then open it up and finger press or iron, and there you have your little windmill pinwheel. It's quite easy. I mean, it's that fast, it's that quick, and it really makes a cute quilt, beautiful quilt. I hope you enjoy this. Subscribe and share. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.